Ever wondered why some Poshmark closets just pop and make you want to buy everything? It's not about the product or brand, it's also about the aesthetic. A while ago, I created a poll about things you want me to address in my next YouTube video, and this particular subject won by far. I know many of you could care less about the aesthetic and just post everything to unclutter your home or closet and be done with it, but keep in mind that Poshmark has over 80 million users, hundreds of thousands of active closets, and let that sink in for a minute. You just need to find a way to stand out if you want to grab a shopper's attention and sell successfully. This is not a site where you post and forget about it. It's a site where you have to make your own listings known and make them stand out. Otherwise, all the work defeats the purpose. So even something as silly as aesthetic can be a game changer. I researched 10 of the most popular aesthetics out there and will break them down for you in this video so you can start with the basics. Or if you have a ton of listings and your closet is a mix of everything like my own closet, you can do what I did and still have an inviting closet with everyday sales. But I'll tell you about that right after we're going through the main closet looks, and as we go along and expand on those, feel free to match your personality with your preferred style, and please comment below if you need help or if you have any suggestions of your own to share with us. And let's start with number 10, Preppy, Light and Dark Academia. I put all these styles together because they are very similar. It's all about polished, classic pieces with a touch of collegiate flair and a vintage feel. Think button-down tops, cardigans, blazers, classic bomber jackets with cute accents like embroidery, oversized college tees, or sweatshirts, pleated skirts, platform loafers and sandals are in style at the moment, Oxford shoes, saddlebags, oversized crossbody bags, simple hair accessories and belts, plaid and minimalist prints in dark or light and neutral colors. The color palette should be soft creams, taupe, pastel yellows, blush pink, and warm browns. Dark Academia channels a more moody, intellectual aesthetic like turtlenecks, wool blazers, tweed pieces in darker colors, while Light Academia is a more elegant academic look like high-waisted trousers, oversized sweaters, Oxford shirts, oversized cozy knit vests, with shirts underneath, cardigans, and vintage pieces in muted colors. When applying this aesthetic to your Poshmark closet, you can organize your listings by a certain color scheme or prints, and don't forget to use keywords like preppy, academia, vintage, sophisticated, college, back to school, plaid, academia aesthetic, vintage. I said that already. But there are a lot of keywords that you can use to make your listing stand out. Vintage and retro look. If you're looking to add a touch of nostalgia to your Poshmark closet, going for a vintage aesthetic is a great way to stand out. By definition, if you did not know, vintage refers to items that are at least 20 years old and captures fashion trends from the 50s, 60s, 70s, up to, I think, Y2K, year 2000. And antique means that it's 100 or more years old. But anyway, a retro style usually refers to modern brands with a look or vibe from the past. What's great about it, you can use tons of keywords for your listings like mid-century modern, boho, bohemian, grunge, vintage, pinup, nostalgic, retro, old school, unique, true vintage, stylish. Gosh, so many keywords pop up in my mind. I will try actually to make a list of keywords. Maybe this benefits someone because a lot of people are struggling with keywords. But anyway, you have the advantage of having unique pieces because vintage stuff is very difficult to find. Some pieces that are made in the USA have a union tag on the interior. I will pop it on the screen to show you how it looks like. And for those pieces, you can use keywords like true vintage. These are actually proven to have been made a very long time ago. Think 60s, 50s, 70s. And you can find stuff that goes even further back. These pieces are tougher to research and compare sold prices for, so you get to charge a bit more for your pieces depending on the condition. As for organizing your closet using this aesthetic, I would sprinkle in some vintage accessories and home decor like vintage purses, scarves, shoes and belts, vintage hats. I just sold one recently. Books and jewelry, just to keep things more interesting. Thrift stores and estate sales are a treasure trove of vintage items, so all you have to do is go on a hunt. Coastal and nautical. Fresh, breezy, and ocean-inspired, think resort beach vacation cruises, beach houses, beach weddings, spring break, yachting. What's great about this aesthetic is that you can actually tell a story and attract buyers, making them feel closer to the sea and a beachy vacation. Coastal fashion revolves around blues, whites, and neutrals, and you can incorporate stripes, crisp white linen dresses, pants and shorts, straw hats and bags, flowy kimonos, scarves, summer shoes and accessories. There is a lot, like navy sweaters and coats, wide leg pants. They're very popular for vacations. And here's a good one, cottagecore. This is for the nature lovers. It's a whimsical, cozy, and nature-focused style with an earthy tone. Think rustic settings with wildflowers, wooden textures, cottage-inspired floral dresses, cozy knits, paired with feminine dresses, slouchy bags, midi and maxi sweaters, and vintage-inspired accessories, wood home decor. A representative color palette would be soft greens, muted yellows, creams, rusty reds, mustard, teal, floral prints, natural fibers, and organic fabrics. This one is actually one of my favorite ones and the easiest to manage in my opinion. Goth, grunge, punk. This is a raw, rebellious, and effortlessly cool look. Obviously, we are talking about dark colors, chains, even lace, studded jackets, and platform shoes, makeup, hair, products, and accessories that match this style, bags, graphic tees, band tees, ripped jeans, leather jackets, ripped denim, dark looking jewelry, quirky and unique items. You can incorporate so much more, and there is an abundance of keywords as well to use in your listings. There are a lot of fashion brands that represent this style that I happen to love to sell, and they actually sell pretty fast. Killstar, Black Milk, Lip Service, Loungefly, Doll's Kill are just a few that I come across and picked up while thrifting. Another popular style is Y2K, year 2000, and nostalgia. This is a fun, flashy, and trendy with a throwback feel closet look with a color palette to match. Hot pink, baby blues, metallics, and neon colors. Although I'm a firm believer in a white background that brings the focus on your item in the first photo, you can throw in some glittery backgrounds on this one if you know how to use the Photo Room app. If you want me to give you a quick tutorial on how to use this app, please let me know down in the comments. This app is easy and user-friendly, and you can also use the basic features for free. I'm an 80s kid myself and I love this style, and if you need some style pointers, think juicy couture style tracksuits, rhinestones, butterfly clips and statement accessories, colorful handbags and makeup, and an excess of colorful fashion jewelry, wedge shoes, and teased up hair. Artsy and Lagan look, which basically means layered. Statement pieces, colorful, asymmetric, and artsy clothing with a creative vibe, quirky and full of personality. I would think the color palette on this one would be vibrant hues mixed with neutrals like brown, gray, green mustard, teal, and coral. My absolute favorite brand in this category is, I'm gonna butcher this one, Gudrun Schoden. I will put it on the screen so you see how it's spelled, which by the way sells in my closet like hotcakes in less than a week, I would say, so pick it up if you find it while thrifting. Breen Walker, Iwala, I know I'm butchering this one, and Oscar are a few more brands you can research to get a feel for this artsy and comfortable style. Unfortunately though, this style is not very popular, but it has some following because it usually is made using natural fibers like cotton, bamboo fiber, and linen, plus the pieces are effortlessly unique and comfy. Romantic and feminine. I would go for a soft, delicate, and dreamy look. A color palette of soft pinks, blush, cream, and delicate florals, or polka dots, pleats, ruffles, elegant lace, flowy satin and silk, sheer layers, elegant shoes, or classic ballet flats, and simple yet sophisticated jewelry pieces and accessories or vintage jewelry. Small or medium purses, pastel color scarves, unique and glamorous accessories like gloves and hats would give your closet a bit of a retro flair, completing the romantic look. I would create in photo room a delicate and subtle floral border for each of the main photos to give my closet a romantic feminine vibe. If you do research on this style, these are some good example brands: Commence, Love Shack Fancy, Revolve, Baltic Born, Free People, For Love and Lemons, and there is so much more. I know Revolve and Anthropology, they carry a lot of brands that are similar with this aesthetic. Country Western. Rustic, rugged, and rooted in tradition, distressed, casual, and comfy, plaid patterns, flannel shirts, cowboy or cowgirl hats and boots, Western motifs and geometric prints, fun vests and belts, and shackets. Those are really in right now. Everyone knows this style, it is very popular, and the color palette would be earthy tones like browns, denim blue, and rust, beige, red, and mustard. You can as well mix in some bohemian pieces and make it coastal cowgirl. It's a real keyword on Poshmark and a very cute style, I might add. Here's another easy to create look: athleisure and sporty. Functional, energetic, and fashion forward, workout gear with a sexy hint. This one color palette has no limits, but I noticed that the majority prefers bold, bright neon colors, blacks, and grays. Like I said, this one is very easy and fail-proof. Active wear, sneakers, and sport accessories. You can mix in activity gear, shoes, bags, clothing for hiking and outdoors, walking shoes, walking gear, running gear, adventure, camping, and other activities. The most popular brands are, of course, Nike, Adidas, Vuori, Alo Yoga. These are my best sellers, but every closet is different. So try the brands and see what sells best for your closet. Luxury and minimalism. Brand names, of course, but not only. A good quality staple piece with a great elevated chic and understated look can attract as well. A color palette of soft neutrals like beige, taupe, white, black, and hints of metallic. I'm a firm believer that less is more, so I would mix in the minimalist look as well. Luxury should be about staple pieces, quality, and timeless chic. I came across stunning vintage no-name brand clothes, bags, and shoes that would put to shame today's designer pieces. The only challenge would be showcasing them. It truly can make a difference how you present your listing if you are choosing this closet style. There are many more styles out there. I wanted to get you started with the most popular ones and get your creative juices flowing. My own closet is going through some changes right now. I donated a lot of pieces that have not sold for the past 2 years, adjusted prices, and I'm still working on the main thumbnail photo for some of my listings. I'm using Photo Room to get rid of backgrounds, Live Collage to group the photos together in the square format required by Poshmark, and sometimes CapCut to create some cute effects. And I'm gonna give you one of my tricks, you can copy it. I'm also adding the brand name logo to the main photo, so whoever browses my closet has that info at the first glance. Remember, you have only 2 seconds to capture your viewers' attention. I have over 1,000 active listings and doing thousands other things besides Poshmark, so it's a very slow process for me, but I'm getting there. As usually, I can set up a Zoom consultation for you if that's something you would want to do, and if you need help with your closet, info down below. I just wish I had this closet aesthetic idea long ago, because right now it's a lot of work to make sense out of my closet, like I said, but it's not too late to be really picky when thrifting from now on. pay attention to flaws so I don't have to struggle and lower my price because I missed a hole or a stain while I was thrifting and I did not check my purchases thoroughly. And I make sure I run comps to make sure I get a decent and fast return on my investment. I have a pretty good idea of what sells in my closet now, so I concentrate on certain brands and pieces. I got a lot of short videos on Bolo brands, what sells fast or relatively fast, and what you should leave behind if you are sourcing at the thrift stores, so feel free to keep digging for tips and tricks from my 4 years of reselling experience in my other videos. I'm gonna make a playlist and I will link it up here in the upper part of the screen so you can watch it right after you watch this video. And now here's some homework for you. Pick your style and your favorite brand for that style and check Poshmark closets to see how they present themselves and their items. Let me give you a few examples. I love grunge, punk, and I love the brand Killstar. LunaSpellman, it's a great example and I invite you to check out her closet. You can find her link down in the info box. I'm sure there are a lot of mothers that are selling toys or children's items that they no longer need. So I'm going to tag one of my favorite seller closets here. Her name is Shannon and she has a perfect example of colorful, inviting a children's theme closet, and that's just a pleasure to browse through and buy from. So check out TinkersTrinkets, and again I'm gonna link her closet down below. Another amazing closet I came across and I can give you as an example is Nancy's Closet GemTribe that features a lot of bohemian crystals and jewelry. Link down below as well. Of course, I asked them for permission to include the links to their closet before posting this video. So if you're watching, you guys are an inspiration and I just love your closets. Thank you so much if you watched until the end. Here's a kiss for you. If you enjoyed my video, it would mean the world to me if you would give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you find value in my tutorials, and hit the little bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. See you next time. Bye!